Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good day to you. That's depending where you are in the world. Sabbath blessings, one and all. We're doing the nighttime devotion from the devotional Maranatha. The title today, Time of Sealing Soon Over. John 9:4. I must work the works of him that sent me while it is day. The night cometh when no man can work. The sealing time is very short and will soon be over. Now is the time, while the four angels are holding the four winds, to make our calling and election sure. I was pointed down to the time when the third angel's message was closing. The power of God had rested upon his people. They had accomplished their work and were prepared for the trying hour before them. They had received the latter rain, or refreshing from the presence of the Lord, and the living testimony had been revived. The last great warning had sounded everywhere, and it stirred up and enraged the inhabitants of the earth who would not receive the message. I saw angels hurrying to and fro in heaven. An angel with a writer's inkhorn by his side returned from the earth and reported to Jesus that his work was done, and the saints were numbered and sealed. Then I saw Jesus throw down the censer. He raised his hands and with a loud voice said, "It is done." I also saw that many do not realize what they must be in order to live in the sight of the Lord without a high priest in the sanctuary through the time of trouble. Those who receive the seal of the living God and are protected in the time of trouble must reflect the image of Jesus fully. I saw that many were neglecting the preparation so needful and were looking to the time of refreshing and the latter rain to fit them to stand in the day of the Lord and to live in his sight. How many I saw in the time of trouble without a shelter. When Jesus leaves the sanctuary, then they who are holy and righteous will be holy and righteous still. For all their sins will then be blotted out. They will be sealed with the seal of the living God. For those that are unjust and filthy will be unjust and filthy still. For then there will be no priest in the sanctuary to offer their sacrifices, their confessions, their prayers before the Father's throne. Therefore, what is done to rescue souls from the coming storm of wrath must be done before Jesus leaves the most holy place of the heavenly sanctuary. The time of sealing soon over. So the sealing is receiving the seal of God, which is all of those that keep his commandments and have the testimony of Jesus, meaning they believe who Jesus was, is, will be. Mhm. There's a lot of confusion with the four angels holding the winds, the four winds of strife. There's a lot of confusion about the latter rain. There's a lot of confusion about the time when when Jesus is coming. I'm not going to claim to know everything here, but I do truly believe what I'm reading is how it will be. The third angel's message um, you got the first, the second, then the third angel's message. Babylon is fallen, is fallen. Come out of her, my people. Fear God, give glory to him. That's the third, the second, the first message. Babylon is fallen. Your latter rain is when the Spirit of God, much like the day of Pentecost, when the former rain, when the Spirit of God filled the disciples, the apostles. The latter rain will be much the same with the children of God in the last days. And they will preach and they will prophesy and they will speak in tongues, other languages. The angel with the inkhorn by his side returned, saying his work is done. All the saints were numbered and sealed. When they're sealed, it will be then that the four winds of strife will probably let loose. The plagues, 7 last plagues, will hit the earth. All those that are sealed will be protected. Not to say they won't go through it, but they won't succumb to it. But we need to be ready. We need to prepare now and be ready. As the Bible says, get ready, get ready, get ready. It is happening. It is true. This is not fiction. This is not some parable. This is fact. Jesus will leave the sanctuary. There will be a silence in heaven of half an hour. Now, if you want to look at prophecy, the time of prophecy, where 1 day is equal to a year, that would indicate 1/2 an hour is equal to about a week in earthly time. Now, that being the case, it would indicate, if that does work to that same timeline, we'll have a silence of about a week. And that would also be about the time it takes Jesus to travel from heaven and come in the clouds. I'm not going to say I'm totally correct there, but that's what I believe. But long before that is a time we need to be ready. Be ready, be ready, be ready. Enjoy Sabbath. If you have anything to say, please leave a comment, but also subscribe.